And only able to get this to the 19s.
Here we go. Whoa.
Jimmy going to look to throw it on the first play. That'll be caught. It's caught. And nothing to speak of there. As they get him right to the ground at the 37. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
First and 10, here's Bennett. Going up top for Kupp. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And the Rams at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Bennett now to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Get to third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing here on third, Bennett. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And we're down to the 41.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Off play action. Here's Bennett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move.
Lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense for the Rams, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Well, Prescott, he's going to change things up here. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a give, running left is Harris. Oh, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. From the red zone now, Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down for the touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Keanu Neal. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, really a fantastic play, not only to pick that off, but he had to run a long way, Charles, in the direction to hit pay dirt. He did it, and they've got the first lead.
And that certainly changes the early tone of this game, doesn't it, partner? One moment, they were going to be in early control. Now they just have a few moments to clear their heads and get back out there against an electrified defense.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. Out of CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Now Prescott. Over the middle, held in by Lamb. A big play here for Dallas. 47 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Play action now, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They're going for it. This is Harris. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me,
they work now on 2nd and 9. To throw is Bennett. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
It got his man complete. And he steps out of bounds all the way up at the midfield stripe. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Open man right side is cut complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. 3rd and 7 now. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback.
Emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
Lead here on the first play of the drive. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A second down throw for Prescott. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He put that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Prescott. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Bennett working from the gun. They'll get this one to Cobb complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Bennett looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Bennett now off play action. That'll be caught by Cobb. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Throwing on 1st down, Bennett. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Cam Akers with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good to make it 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. For one more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And some room to roam now. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Now that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Off the play fake, Prescott. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by John Johnson. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Touchdown! Cooper Kupp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Prescott now. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Now the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Bennett. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the
on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you...
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
And that's it. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape for a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Again, it's Harris. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Harris. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And now down 3 scores. I don't think there's any decision at all. You've got to go for it because you don't know how many more times you're going to get an opportunity. Field goals, they're not going to cut it in this situation.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And now here's another interception. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Garoppolo's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as
Here we go.
back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On play action, now Garoppolo. That's complete to Tony. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
11.
A give running right is Akers. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd and 9. To throw is Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on, because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Garoppolo changing the play. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 41. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing here on 3rd, Bennett. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taken in at the 11. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 60 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting.
The end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Things were looking really good at half, Charles, but the story has changed, and they just sat this offense on the sideline watching another touchdown go in the wrong direction. They're really getting blitzed in the second half.
And the pressure is really on because they need a big-time drive to calm things down. But as you mentioned, things have really gone in the wrong direction. The momentum's all on the other side of the ball. Their offense has now given their defense a lot of confidence. You know they're going to get after them here.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Under pressure, and down he
he goes. Micah Parsons able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. This is 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll buy some time right. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. On the counter, this is Akers. To about the 33-yard line. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Looking for Shepard deep. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd down. To throw, Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one.